issued an order to show cause. Let's just get started. Why didn't you appear for the trial?
Your Honor, the truth of the matter is that when this case was first brought back to my attention after, I guess, Mr. Fusel was counted, I guess maybe 2021, I was running into court literally at the moment, and the name didn't ring a bell at all. I don't have a Fusel. Because I normally keep a good understanding of what I have in front of me. And so this case being so far in the past, and I failed to file a motion to withdraw when Mr. Fusel first was counted, which I should have done. But anyway, when it came back up all these years later, it didn't ring a bell. And I made a mental note to look back into it and reorient myself in the case. But the honest truth is that the next time I thought about it, I was receiving a text from a friend at the DA's office, which was that Monday, the day of the show cause, that the show cause report was entered. And the only reason I didn't come running to this court right that second is because I was getting off the plane in Boston for a legislators conference. And I was only going to be there for a few hours. And so I said, as soon as I get back, I'm going to look into it. And so I did that, and I said, okay, I recall this case very vaguely, but I still had some other things that I needed to do before I could reach out to Your Honor. And so I reached out to Todd, kind of see where we were, and I got down to see Mr. Fusel as soon as possible, which was that Friday, and then that same day I did reach out to the court. And so I guess the sum of all of that is just that I failed to check in. I should have called the court, as soon as I got word. As soon as I got word in that moment, that was not literally possible right that second, but I should have made it more of a priority.
All right. Well, this is where we are. When the court reset the matter on the docket, you are the attorney of record. So MEC sent you a notification then. Then the court entered Exhibit 1. The court administrator emailed you on July 30th with the trial number. We received no response to that. In addition, on July 29th, the day before, we'll mark this court's ID 2. The matter was set for hearing here. Mark that for ID, please. This case was set for hearing on July 29th. You weren't here, but your father was. I asked him, I said, where's Mr. Lawrence Blackmon? He said, he's in court in Hinds County. And we told him at that time, we said he's up for trial next week. So MEC was a notification, spoke with your father, that's a notification, and we emailed you. That's 3 notifications. We received no word back. Once the jury came in, we were in a bit of a bind. I'm also going to make this, we'll mark this as C3. Back in October of 24, we had a similar situation where you didn't appear for court. I did this in the back with your father, just out of respect for your father, took him to the back. We had a hearing on the record. He assured me this wouldn't happen again. These jurors gave up their time. I mean, these jurors missed a full day of work. And to add insult to injury, the jurors are the taxpayers. And not only did they miss their work, they now have to turn around and pay the taxes that fund this. Juries aren't free. The court has to pay them, although the payment is nominal. I understand people get busy, but we've had this issue a couple of times. And this is just where we are. The court's going to find you in contempt. I'm going to mark this C4. I'll mark that and hand it back. When the court finds an attorney in contempt, generally speaking, there are a couple of different remedies. The court can give a fine of $100. Back in October, the court assessed a $100 fine, but suspended. The court can put someone in jail for up to 30 days. And the court can, as a separate matter, sanction the attorney for any cost. The cost in this case, sanction will be $1,761.20. That represents the cost to bring in the jury. The court's going to sanction you for the total amount of $1,761.20. The next item the court comes to is what's the proper punishment for the contempt. I've thought about this for a long time. I've spoken to the other judges in the district, and we kind of agreed that this would be the appropriate thing to do. Mr. Blackmon, we're going to create a file. It's going to be N. Ray Lawrence Blackmon. It's going to be on file here in the circuit clerk's office. It's going to contain all of these exhibits. The sentence of the court for contempt will be 2 days in the county jail. However, the court's going to suspend that upon the following condition. I'm just going to be frank. The taxpayers have already paid for a jury. They've already missed their day. You're going to give them a day back. I'll be happy to suspend that 2 days in jail, but the ball's in your court. You'll have 14 days to complete 8 hours of community service at one of the following locations. Our Daily Bread in Canton, 315 Garrett Street, Canton, Mississippi, 601-859-9211. You can perform it at Madcap, 601-407-1404. They're located at 181 Waterford Parkway here in Canton. You can perform it at the Webster Animal Shelter, at 525 Post Oak Road in Madison. Their number is 601-605-4729. You can perform it at the Lily Pad in Ridgeland, located at 111 North Wheatley Street in Ridgeland. Their number is 601-213-4590. You can perform it at Goodwill, located at 637 Highway 51 in Ridgeland. You can perform at the Highland Home Nursing Center, located at 638 Highland Colony Parkway in Ridgeland. Or you can perform at the Trace Ridge Resource Center, located at 238 Lake Harbor Drive in Ridgeland. So this is where we are. I don't enjoy putting an attorney in jail. I'll also have to balance that with the citizens of Madison County don't need to pay for it. If you are willing to give something back to your community for a total of 8 hours, and that must be verified, you must submit a written letter from someone at one of those places, and this court will suspend the 2 days in jail. So, Mr. Blackmon, which do you prefer? Do you prefer the 2 days in jail, or do you prefer performing the 8 hours of community service within the next 14 days?
Your Honor, I perform regular community service at Our Daily Bread already. I will continue to do that, and I will make an emphasis to perform 8 hours within the next 14 days, and I will bring confirmation of such to the court upon
consent to the court administrator. The 2 days in the county jail will be suspended upon completion of the 8 hours at Our Daily Bread within the next 14 days. Additionally, the court's going to sanction you the cost of the jury in the amount of $1,761.20. The court is not assessing you the administrative cost of the jury. There was a case ahead of you. That's not fair to assess you in addition to the administrative cost of the jury, but we are going to assess you the cost of the actual juror service. That will be $1,761.20. That will also be due within 14 days. Do you have any questions about the sentence of the court?
I do not.
That's the luck to you, sir.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, just so you know, if it happens again, it's going to be shared among the 3 circuit judges. It will be jail time, okay?
Thank you, Judge.
Yes, sir. Have a good day. All right, Ms. Gilliam,